We have just seen the block diagram of operational amplifier. Now let us see how this all the circuits are fabricated in a single chip, and this type of single chip is called as IC, that is integrated circuit. The operational amplifier which mostly used is the IC741. This is the most popular IC which is used as the operational amplifier. Now we will discuss on the pin diagram or pin configuration of this operational amplifier. This is the plastic package IC, and this IC is called as dual line in package, and it comes in the plastic package. Dual line in means it has some pins at this side and some pins at the upper side. So this IC has a notch here, and this notch actually indicates that the pin just behind this or below this notch is pin number 1. After this, the pin number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So this is how the pins of any IC can be identified, that the IC has a notch and the pin just below the notch is 1, after 2, 3, 4. So any number of IC can be identified like this: 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this will the rotation and anti-clockwise. So this is how we can identify the pin numbers. So if this IC is pin number IC741, the pin configuration it is pre-decided by the manufacturer of this IC. So if this is the pin number, this is the IC741, then this pin number 1 it is set for the function of offset null. We have just seen what is meant by offset null. In the same way, another pin it is also used for offset nulling. It is pin number 5. So this is also a pin which is used for nulling the output under zero signal condition. Now why these two pins are? As we have discussed in the block diagram of operational amplifier, there is a level shifter circuit, and this level shifter circuit is used to bring back the DC level back to 0. So sometimes it is required to inject the positive current, and sometimes it is required to inject the positive current. So that is why two pins are used here. By connecting a common potentiometer here, we can change the potentiometer to nullify the output. So these are the two pins to null the output under zero signal conditions. So this was about pin number 1. The second pin, it is inverting input. So this is the second pin. It is used for connecting the signals to the inverting input. Inverting input, it has a significance that if whenever the signals are connected to the inverting input, they are inverted at the output. It means that suppose positive voltage is given here, we will get a negative voltage at the output. So that is why this input is called as inverting input. Third pin is the non-inverting input. So in the same way, if the inputs are signal is or the voltage is given at pin number 3, it is obtained at the output with non-inverting function. That means if positive voltage is given, we will get the positive voltage. If negative voltage is given, we will get negative voltage. Then pin number 4, it is used for connection of power supply. As we know that the differential amplifier uses dual power supply. Dual power supply means we have up to now we have seen a single type of power supply. That means suppose we have a power supply, it has two output or sockets like this. One is shown as 0 volt and another is shown by a positive voltage. Suppose we have a positive voltage of 5 volt, then power supply will have 0 and plus 5 volt. If dual power supply is this, that means it can give positive as well as the negative voltage. So in the same way, suppose a negative voltage is there, 0 volt, and suppose minus 5 volt. If you combine these two power supply, that will constitute the dual power supply. That means it will have a connection like this. It will have plus 5 volt, it will have 0 volt, that means the ground terminal, and it will also have the negative voltage, that means negative 5 volt. So this type of power supply is providing two types of voltage, so positive as well as negative. So this power supply is called as negative power supply, and this negative terminal, it is nothing but the minus VE. So this is the negative terminal of the positive power supply, and this should be connected at the pin number 4. So that is why it is indicated by minus VE. So this was about pin number 4. 5 already is discussed. Pin number 7 is the output pin. So in the operational amplifier, output is taken across pin number 6. Then pin number 7. As we know, dual power supply negative voltage is given. So here we can connect the positive voltage. So this is the plus VCC pin number 7 to connect the positive terminal of the power supply at pin number 7. And this is the 8 pin. It has no connection. So it is already always indicated by NC, that is no connection. So it is just to display a similarity between the pins. So this pin is just for the similarity. It has no significance and it has no connection. So it should have been removed or it should be left. So this was about the pin diagram of operational amplifier, and the IC for operational amplifier is IC 741. So this is the plastic package. So it has the rectangular shape like this, and pin configurations are like this. Then this IC also comes in the metal package. So this is the IC with metal package. This IC actually look like this, and these are the pins actually. So in the metal package, this IC mostly manufactured using the germanium type semiconductor. So this is the circular connections like this. It has a notch shown here, and this notch actually shows the pin number 1. And clockwise we can remember the pins 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is also 8 pin IC. And the functions of pins are same as that of this. That means pin number 1 and 5 for offset null, pin number 4 and 7 for power supply, pin number 2 and 3 for inverting and non-inverting inputs, pin number 8 has no connection, pin number 6 is for output. So the pin configuration for this metal IC is also same. So this is all about the pin diagrams of operational amplifier, and this question may be asked for 1.5 marks, because this question will be asked with another question as the combination of two questions. So it will have 1.5 mark. So mostly the plastic packages mostly used in asked in the examination. So this was about pin diagram of operational amplifier. We have already seen about the block diagram of operational amplifier and all the blocks. We have also gone through the discussion about the pin diagram of operational amplifier. But if you want to draw a circuit diagram at that time, this type of pin diagrams cannot be used because of the circuit complexion. So that is why this operational amplifier is related with a symbol. Just like diode, transistor, capacitor, they has some symbols. So in the same way, this is the symbol of operational amplifier. You can see the triangle is shown here. One of the vertex of transistor is shown here. This transistor triangle's vertex, it is the output. So it is denoted by like this. Then at these two edges, one sign is positive and here a negative sign is shown here. Negative sign, that is the one of the input of operational amplifier, and if input negative is there, then this terminal is the inverting input. That means if any voltage is connected at the inverting terminal, it is getting inverted at the output. In the same way, plus sign is there, that means no inverting operation. So that is why this terminal is called as non-inverting terminal. That means if the voltage is connected here, it will not getting inverted at the output. That means the phase of the voltage will remain same as the output if the input is connected at this terminal. So this is the non-inverting terminal. Now these are the arrows. They are used to show the connection of dual power supply. At the upper side, always positive supply is connected. At the negative lower side, always a negative supply is connected. So this is how the symbol of operational amplifier is drawn. If you remember the pin diagrams, you can directly write pin number 2 is pin number 3 is the non-inverting input, pin number 2 is the inverting input, pin number 6 is the output terminal, pin number 4 is the minus VE supply terminal, this is pin number 7, and remaining pins are the offset null. So pin number 1 and 5, they are combinedly connected to a common resistor, and where the power supplies one of the terminal is connected, so we can have offset nulling using this. So this is how symbol of operational amplifier is drawn. We have already discussed that operational amplifier or the differential amplifier requires dual power supply. But what is the need of this dual power supply? Let us see. In normal amplifier, if transistor is used, this transistor's base to emitter, that is the input side, must be biased, and this biasing can be done by providing some voltages at between base to emitter. Generally, voltage divider biasing is used to provide the biasing conditions. So voltage divider is made of transistor R1 and R2, and middle terminal which is connected to the base of the terminal, and this terminal, and that is the one terminal of R1, it is connected to plus VCC. So required voltage can be obtained by changing the values of this resistances. So this type of voltage biasing is called as the voltage divider biasing. But in a differential amplifier, and then inputs are connected between at the base using a coupling capacitors. So when input signals are connected, it blocks the DC, and that is why the biasing condition of this transistor will not changes, and due to which the operating point of this normal amplifier is remaining fixed because of this type of biasing. But as far as differential amplifier is concerned, as it does not uses any coupling capacitor. So if coupling capacitor is not there, then the DC current will easily pass to the base of the transistor, and that will changes the biasing voltage. And if biasing voltage changes, the operating point can shift upward or downward, and we need a fixed operating point for faithful application. Now, if a single power supply is used in differential amplifier, this biasing resistor will absent there because it is a direct couple amplifier. And if single power supply is used, then this current will affect the biasing condition of this transistor, and the operating point will shift. If you want to fix this operating point, what is done here? We have to apply another same potential at the emitter with negative polarity. Now, if desired power supply, desired forward biasing is provided due to lower power supply, as because of the potential of positive voltage and negative voltage, it is same. That means suppose this is 15 volt and suppose this is minus 15 volt. Same current will flow from the positive side and from the negative side. Both the currents are meeting here, and so the net voltage or net current at this point will be 0. So the operating point will be automatically 0. So the base of this transistor is brought back to 0 potential due to dual power supply. This is the one of the advantage. So operating point is remaining stable if dual power supply is used in differential amplifier. So this is the one that we need, a dual power supply in differential amplifier. Second thing, as we have already discussed, that the output swing, it is increased at the output, because if single power supply is used of suppose 15 volt, then maximum swing at the positive side will be 7.5 volt, and at the negative side it will be minus 7.5 volt. So total swing will be 15 volt. But if dual power supply with the polarity, with the potential of plus 15 volt and minus 15 volt is used, then this swing will be of 30 volt. That means plus 15 volt toward the positive side, so we can have the maximum output toward the positive side up to 15 volts. So it is getting double. At the same time, minus 15 volt toward the negative side. So total swing will be 30 volts. So higher amplitude is obtaining at the output. So that is why dual bias supply is needed. What are the two things? First thing, to stabilize the operating point, and second thing, about the output swing. So these are the two reasons why we require dual power supply in differential amplifier.